Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And I want to quickly say thank you all so much for subscribing to the channel. We have 95,000 subscribers. That is insane. Just wanted to quickly say thank you. You guys are all legends, and let's get right into this video. So starting it off, remember the tip is only a very small portion of the full iceberg. Here's what others see. Again, this is kind of the top of the iceberg. Here is what I see. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is really what I like to talk about here regarding XRP. I personally see so much utility, see so much future, see so many kind of positive updates regarding the lawsuit. And a lot of people only see kind of the tip of the tip saying, oh, it's performing quite well this year. Okay, that is just a very small portion of the bigger pie. My expectations for XRP are so great, and I'm not even only talking about the price. I'm talking about literally everything that they have been up to here. It's already been great. It's already been more than most other cryptos could ever dream of doing in their whole entire lifespans. And also, the lawsuit which is going on right now is an iceberg on its own. An iceberg on its own freaking league, all right? We're not really noticing it just quite yet, but this whole ordeal with Ripple and XRP being a security is going to really be the fundamentals of the entire crypto space eventually. You might think, Dusty, what are you on about? You taking some of that crack? I see that very often in the comment section, people calling me crazy. I don't think I am though, because I think Bitcoin and Ethereum now are the only two properly regulated crypto, yet those were done behind closed doors. Nobody here of us knows why those were deemed not securities. It is something which was decided and a framework was made, but we never got to see it. And that is odd, right? So Ripple, because it's going via the court, is going to have the first proper trial where a crypto is now officially deemed not a security. In all other cases, trust me, and just quote this, all other cases regarding crypto and security will be talking about this Ripple case on forward. And that is also why a lot of us call it the Ripple case instead of the Howey test, which usually involves securities, because that was basically the first big securities lawsuit, right? Or the one that basically where they had to make the rule book for. Having said that, guys, if you are looking for a place to trade, go check out Bybit. And if you are enjoying these daily crypto updates, make sure you smash or destroy or whatever that like button, because you're helping out with the YouTube algorithm. Oh, it's going crazy on this channel. XRP-friendly exchange BITRUE launches summer giveaway, $100,000 at stake. To be honest, I'm thinking of maybe making a video here today, tomorrow, something like that, just quickly explaining what platforms I'm using for XRP and why. Now, easy story, if there's a link down below for the platform, I am using it. So for example, BITRUE is something that I'm using. That's why there's a link down below. They have a pretty big giveaway right now going on. However, I want to quickly say, be careful. Don't just press any giveaway link. Don't ever send any money anywhere, because a lot of people will most likely bait with this and try to make you send some money for some giveaway. It's like the crypto is already filled with giveaway scams, and doing such huge giveaways kind of sketchy in my opinion, because people might get the wrong picture. People might think this is a scam, but on the other hand, people might think, oh, big giveaways like this of hundreds of thousands of dollars are just normal. No, they're not. In this case here, they launched something really crazy, really big. That doesn't mean it just happens everywhere, but once more, I am using it personally, and there's a link down below. You can see here, to take part in the airdrop, the BITRUE user needs to share the announcement for the promo campaign on Twitter. Then his or her social media exposure will help him or her obtain airdrop tickets. Every 10 likes on retweet will award 1 ticket to the trader who shared it. Also, each registration for referral link will bring 1 extra ticket. The last time I entered something like this, the amount of money I made was so silly. Even though we had quite a lot of people, you could get, like, for example, per person, you could get like maybe 2 cents. It was not worth the time. It was really a lot of effort for nothing. So I'm not really too happy with them. But hey, if you really are desperate, then it might help if you just go do some of these exchange things over on Twitter, where you retweet mine, I'll retweet yours. That's what a lot of people are doing right now. And if I'm looking for a platform to trade XP on, where I'm talking about perpetual contracts, basically you saying whether or not the price is going to go up or down, right? It's basically just buying but not withdrawable. It's basically buying, or you guys know it, long, short. I'm going to also make a tutorial on this whole platform soon, I think, because I might need to do that. That might be smart. Well, yeah, this is the platform I'm using right now. If you're from the US, use a VPN. And VPN, there's a link for that too. I got you, boys. I told you, I got you. Link down below. And if you're from the UK, also use a VPN. Link is down below. The good thing is they never ban your account. Even if you accidentally log in from the US, you just have to use a VPN the next time, because your IP will be blacklisted. John Dean says this is what desperation looks like when you've been wrong for a decade. Peter Schiff says, is Dogecoin the new Bitcoin? There's a new podcast here, episode 680, and I don't even want to press it on because this is stupid as can be. And I've told you guys before, this man is an attention seeker. He knows very much what he is doing, and he just tries to hop on trend to trend to trend to trend to make some money left, right, and get some following from that. So once more, I'm not giving this attention seeker any piece of my time, except for the fact when I guess, laugh at him like right now, or just quickly got to put him in his place, say, hey, this is definitely a man who knows what he's doing. He's definitely making a lot of money. He's definitely having some good companies out there. But he knows very well that by doing these posts, doing these things, he's getting a lot of controversy, which makes him more attention and makes him more money. John Dean, though, also posted this out. And this is actually really referring a little bit more towards what we were discussing at the beginning of the video, like about XRP being the first properly regulated crypto, hopefully. Ethereum, which is often regarded now as a good crypto or a crypto that is now also getting an ETF on its way. Let me quickly see if I have it open here. I don't know. Might not have it open anymore. Well, just take it from me now. I had the article open and most likely it's in a different tab. Ethereum is getting an ETF for themselves too, which is odd if you start to consider the fact that Ethereum is still not really cleared. They had a pre-sale, or at least they had a sale where you could basically buy Ethereum with your Bitcoin, because they wanted to fund the Ethereum, right? They wanted to fund the whole network and everything like that. I don't know the name anymore for it. Crowdfunding, basically. XRP didn't have that, but the whole crowdfunding thing is what the SEC usually calls being a security, at least at one point or another. So why is Ethereum never trialed? Why is there never anything against them then? Do I want to? No. I'm just asking the question, why not? John Dean here says, hey Novograts, maybe your purchase of 500,000 Ethereum when it was a security by Vitalik will be the next investigation, since you bought into a common enterprise and sold it for profit and were an issuer under the Securities Act and guilty of selling unregistered securities. So what this refers to is Novograts and his company, the Digital, let me quickly see what the name is again. Is it in no, it's not in this. Galaxy Digital. They basically had an agreement with Ethereum very early that they could buy 500,000 of them for, again, a very cheap price. And if you kind of do the math there was a pre-sale. He's basically bought into the securities and he's basically sold them again, the unregistered securities. So he's also in the wrong, right, in the other things. Now, that's again after this little video here saying Dogecoin doesn't really have a purpose. Michael Novogratz, Galaxy Digital Holdings CEO, comments on digital token, which rallied more than 110% Friday, reaching a market cap value of $45 billion. Yeah, interesting. So Novogratz, the man who bailed out Ethereum Foundation and bought Ethereum to fund them, treating it exactly like a security offering, says XRP is under investigation and therefore is overvalued as Doge. You, sir, are not an objective party. He says, I own a significant portion of position in Ripple and have since day one because he invested in it early. And he, again, actually quoted something a little bit later because he said he invested in it from day one. He believes in Ripple, but he does not believe in XRP not being a security or something like that. He basically said something else. Let me quickly see if I can find it now over on his profile. We might have it open. Might be something for next video, but let's quickly see here. He basically said, I think here maybe. Oh, wait, we have another thing here. Okay, so Mike said, oh, yeah, I guess. Okay, wait, let's quickly see his first thing. I own a significant portion of Ripple. So excited about launching world's first Ether. Okay, so here's, for example, the ETF. Here's his new comment. I don't see his new post, but here we see after he was talking about Doge and basically calling XP useless, they said in court 3 weeks ago that Bitcoin and Ether were never classified. Watch out. Mike said, watch Gary Gensler's lecture series at MIT. It's online. He's pretty clear. And then that is actually kind of untrue. I've watched it a couple times now. He's mostly really adamant about Bitcoin and kind of negative towards XRP. But he's never really that positive about Ethereum necessarily. He's actually, stated a couple times that Bitcoin is really quite cleared, but Ethereum isn't. So here's again a tweet from just now. That's going to reply. And then a little bit above here, you can see, let me make this clear, Mike. And that is a reply to Mike Novogratz, Michael, who said, guys, I'm not the SEC. I did not bring a lawsuit against Ripple. In fact, I'm a large shareholder of Ripple since day one. The SEC has already said Ethereum is not a security. I understand why Ethereum is on the move. I don't get the surge in XRP. What's hard to understand? And again, that's where people kind of stepped in and were like, what is going on here, you crazy guy? Because it makes no sense, in my opinion. Stewart says, let me make this clear, Mike. SEC did not make an official statement about Ethereum and Bitcoin not being security. We've basically uncovered that in the last couple of weeks. This is what the SEC's lawyers have recently said. Novogratz Any comments by Clayton or Hinman were unofficial statements that were likely bought and paid by their current employers. Quit feigning ignorance and pretending otherwise. It's unbecoming, smacks of an agenda, and undermines your credibility. He says Gary Gensler made his thoughts on Bitcoin and Ether clear many times, including his MIT lectures, which are online, mostly about Bitcoin, partially about Ethereum, but mostly about Bitcoin. Go watch the videos. Stop seeing ghosts. You will sleep a D trade better. He also made his thoughts pretty clear on XRP. Don't shoot the messenger. He's basically saying, Gary Gensler said multiple times about XRP that it's some digital security, something like that. I don't know necessarily what he said, but I'm also going to quote then that this whole argument makes no sense. If XRP is a security in the past or now, Ethereum at least was a security in the past, which then needs some reckoning. It needs something to happen. So, in my opinion, this makes no freaking sense. He's actually calling criminal justice in his bio. That's pretty funny. Whilst we're talking here about some double agendas and some criminality within the SEC, he has that in his in his bio. That is interesting. The same guy here, Bitcoin firm Galaxy Digital names ex-Goldman executive Michael Daffy as chairman. Appointment is firm's latest maneuver as it prepares for U.S. IPO later this year. To be honest, what I'm kind of confused with really, is Mike Novograd's company invested in Ripple pretty early. Why would they not have the best interest in XRP then? If they, have invested in Ripple, want the success of it, why aren't they using their resources and using their power, using their knowledge to help it out then, or at least talk positively of it? Why are they so against it then? I don't really get it. And what has really shaked him around? He's actually been like this for years though, don't get me wrong. But it's really odd in my opinion. Again, these were his quotes here. What happened? I don't know. Why did he invest in Ripple then? Because he knew it all from the start. And back then when he invested, Ripple's XRP was even more centralized than it is now. So I don't get that. A lot of people were talking about this whole XRP Doge situation. Let me just quickly come down and say, I think they're quite similar. I don't think necessarily that a pump is going to happen just because they are. And I still do not know if we should want it. All right. So even though the pump could happen, it does look quite similar. I don't know if it's going to happen, nor am I saying that you should prepare for it. Because, well, even though they're quite similar, it's not the same thing, right? You guys getting me with that one? It does look quite similar. You can see literally a lot of coincidence, or basically. But then again, it's not perfectly the same thing, and it's also not a guarantee because Doge is moving in a really strange fashion. And once more, we don't know if it's going to happen. But let's just see. Let's just wait it out. Let's kind of hope for it, I guess. Then when Bitcoin price really... when will the Bitcoin price rally end? Here's what's backing the Bitcoin bull run. You know what I've actually kind of noticed is that a lot of people have been asking me, when do you think the bigger cycle is going to switch and how low can it go? And I have no answer for that. To be honest, I don't really know which of these metrics is important and which ones isn't because every run is quite differently. Every run works really differently, and every single time we kind of notice that there's different fundamentals which are pushing it. For example, I think big factors, of course, how many whales with 10 years plus of Bitcoin holding are raking up. But again, what I also think is important is how many newbies are entering the space. That is one part of everything. On a second note, I would say, what is the faith and the confidence looking like? If the confidence is getting too high, then things are kind of towards the end. But then again, at the start of a big run, there's also a ton of confidence because people want things to kind of switch over, right? When things have just hit the bear market. And then again, we haven't really hit a bullish market for that long. It's like been 1 year or so. Maybe every 3 years or so you get big corrections. It could even be that we only move on with this and this and this for a couple more years even. And that after it's going to be a couple more years before we get a good correction. Could also be that we get a 30% correction, which would be huge in traditional markets, and then move back on forward again from that point on, which I wouldn't really mind. It's just relatively because crypto has grown so quickly, it can also fall a lot more quickly, and because there's less money in it than the big stocks and whatnot. But it's all still pretty damn early. Now, on the same note, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust on track to surpass the largest gold ETF. Crypto stuff is taking over. It's just, again, it's having its own pace. Let's call it like that. It's having its own pace. It's going on a stroll, but it's not going extremely fast. It's just going exactly like it's supposed to be. And with that said, I think once more that we have quite a lot of room to grow here. I think alts will still do good for quite a little while here. I'm not really negative on them at all, as most of you guys probably know. And I'll definitely just be holding through until the end of things. I probably wouldn't sell. I also don't really think the cycle is ending just quite yet. But then again, it's really difficult to sell. I cannot do that for you. All I can say is, man, if you think crypto is going nowhere, if you think crypto is really going to come out of the whole circle of things, yeah, we're not on the same page because I don't think crypto is going any motherfreaking where. The only thing we might be afraid of is that in a couple of months here again, things might become a little bit more bleak, a little bit more negative. But then again, that's only partial. No, how can I say that? Partial. momentary. Again, guys, not a native English speaker. I try my best. Momentary, where it's not forever. It's just a moment where it's going to go down and then come back up afterwards after a little bit. Having said that, guys, go check out 5-Minute Crypto. This is actually my second channel. I have only 5-minute videos on here, and the whole channel has not a single advertisement, if you wanted to know. Not a single one, because I've just turned ads off. Why? Well, just to show you guys. I also like to just provide news because I think it's handy, right? These are all 5 minutes because I think that's also maybe a nice little format. Not specifically about XRP, but just crypto news. So yeah, go check it out. Link is down below, I think, or just type in 5-Minute Crypto. I just think it's worth the subscription. You know, it's just a pretty cool second channel. And then again, if you're looking for a place to trade XRP, go check out Bybit. A lot of cool competitions right now. You have, for example, the big trading competition, which is going on right now. And a couple of my friends are actually at the top of this, usually whenever there's a trading competition on here, because it's not even that hard to win some money on this. Right, so I think the registration is now opened, so there's 10 more days you can register. And again, the amount of registrants go up. That means the amount of money that you can win go up, and the amount of winners that are there go up as well. Here's a little bit of a ranking. For example, if there's, let's say, 30,000 plus participants, you can see there's going to be freaking 200 people who can win money, and it's quite a lot of money too. So it's pretty damn cool. You can see here, if number one can then win 33,000, and that kind of moves lower. That the last couple of ones win freaking $400 still. It's pretty damn crazy if you were to ask me. It's pretty simple as well, because that means 30,000 people win, 200 people is going to win something, or 20,000 people enter, for example, and again, 200 people are going to win some money. Pretty crazy if you were to ask me. It's 1 out of every 100. 1% of the people who enter would just win. That is, in my opinion, really cool. But once more, go check it out. Link is down below. I am personally using it, and it's working like a freaking charm.